Hey everyone, yeah here, and I'm back from the store once again with your monthly YouTube slop. Now, before we get into any of this, yes, I'm aware I'm like 20 million years late to this topic. Sorry. Not like that really matters though. Somehow this is still a somewhat relevant topic and issue even months after its peak in popularity. So screw it, we're doing this. Today, we're gonna talk about Sprunki. Kinda. Released on August 26, 2024, Sprunki is a mod of an already existing music game called Incredibox. It's pretty much just this thing where you can place down a bunch of dudes that make different noises and melodies, and it makes a song with them. It's actually pretty neat. I've never really messed with it much myself, but I do remember some of my classmates back in high school did play around with it for a little bit. Now, to my understanding, Sprunki is not a modded version of the actual Incredibox browser game, but instead a mod of a Scratch version of Incredibox. The whole twist with Sprunki is that you can access a dark, fucked up, evil version of it, where all the little characters are mutilated in a bunch of strange ways. And I think it was actually taken off of Scratch because of that. I did not play this on Scratch. The only way I was even able to recognize that Sprunki was a Scratch game was because all the re-uploads keep the Scratch UI when you start the game, which is very funny. Anyway, that's a quick little rundown of Sprunki. It is a very short, neat little game that you can mess around with for a few minutes before getting bored. Seems innocent enough, right? What could possibly go wrong because of something like this? A lot, actually. A lot could go wrong. When the YouTube content farm vultures got wind of Sprunki, they all universally decided that they were going to sink their greedy little talons into it and not let go. And somehow, it worked. And this shit became one of the most popular and successful content farm grifts since like Prime Banban. And if you remember Prime Banban content farming, you know that means something. I'm talking hundreds of videos with millions and millions of views. Taking a look at Sprunki from an objective lens, it does make a lot of sense that this ended up happening to it, given that it does have all the ingredients for it to be a successful modern content farm subject. It has cute little characters that are mainly one single color, and they turn into horror characters. We all know that's the secret formula at this point. Why do you think Sonic.exe is so popular even to this day? That's the blueprint. It's a proven formula. With that base, mixed with the fact that Sprunki is very much tied to music, easily the most popular genre on YouTube, period, there really should be no mystery as to why it blew up the way it did. Now, originally, this video you're watching right now was supposed to be about a bunch of different Sprunki content farm channels. Kinda like the same wide net I cast during the Digital Circus and Poppy Playtime content farm videos. However, the more I looked into these channels, the more I realized that this shit is almost impossible to write about. Like, most of these videos are just mods of Sprunki or fake mods of Sprunki meant to fool children, which at the end of the day is literally just gonna be a 10-minute video with a bunch of little guys singing. What do you want me to say about that? I'm not Anthony Fantano. I'm not just gonna write Incredibox Sprunki, the amazing Digital Circus theme, mod/cover, a light 3 and move on. Like, that's not happening. However, even though I was struggling to find stuff to talk about regarding Sprunki, that doesn't mean I didn't find something to talk about. You've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, we're talking about Sprunki Sinner videos, aka depraved fetish content targeted at children, which is a real issue on YouTube that has been ignored for years and years. This isn't a new topic or talking point for me. I've talked about channels that do shit like this before. However, this one is different. I've never quite seen something like this done at this scale before. At least not since the original Elsagate stuff ages ago. All I can say for now is, strap in. This one gets weird. This is YouTube and the Sprunki fetish epidemic. But first, this video is sponsored by Raycon. Welp, it's officially spring. The weather is starting to get nice, and it's the perfect time to get out there, take a walk, and listen to some banger music using your Raycon everyday earbuds. I've already talked a lot about the great features that Raycon everyday earbuds have in previous videos, but something I've yet to bring up yet are the awesome colors they come in. The way your earbuds look is almost as important as how they sound, and Raycon has a ton of options to match your style. It's really cool. With Raycon's everyday earbuds, I can listen to my favorite girly pop music for up to 32 hours straight, meaning I can go my entire day using them and never have to worry about the battery dying. You may be thinking to yourself right now, wow, these must be super expensive given how amazing these are. Well, you'd be wrong. Raycon everyday earbuds start at just half the price as other premium audio brands. What a steal! I've also been loving these cool protective case covers. First of all, check out this design. It complements the earbuds color perfectly, and it's so stylish. And not only do these look great, they support wireless charging, so I don't even have to take them out of the protective cover to get 90 minutes of battery in just 10 minutes of charging time. With a 30-day happiness guarantee, you really have nothing to lose trying out Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/yeah to get 20% off the best-selling everyday earbuds. That's buyraycon.com/yeah. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Okay, so as I sort of mentioned before, today we're going to be specifically honing in on one channel doing this type of content. There are other channels that do very similar content that also deserve criticism. This is an epidemic after all. However, I think this one example best encompasses the issue and the problems with this style of content. So, who's the lucky loser tonight? Well, the channel I want to talk about today is PKR Show, which is arguably the biggest channel doing this type of Sprunki content and have without a doubt helped spread this shit to other corners of the internet. One scroll through their channel should pretty much explain everything about the type of videos they make. I mean, you don't need to be a fucking rocket scientist to figure out what's going on here. However, PKR Show wasn't actually always like this. In fact, they started their channel doing a completely different type of content. Hey, anyone in the audience want to buy life insurance? That's right. The earliest uploads to the PKR Show channel have nothing to do with inflation, pregnancy, farts, bondage, and whatever is going on here. Nope, they have everything to do with buying life insurance in different countries around the world. The very first video uploaded to the channel, Life Insurance in the USA, Life Insurance in the United States of America, is literally just a video where some guy opens up a Google Doc on their phone for less than 2 minutes and just reads the random ass life insurance jargon that they wrote up. Or maybe AI wrote it, who fucking knows? The thumbnails are all AI, so I wouldn't put it past them. Anyway, eventually they upped the production quality on these videos to be recordings of PowerPoint presentations instead of Google Documents. But the actual contents of these videos are pretty much the exact same for all of them. Eventually the narrator switches to a more feminine voice, so you can maybe assume there's multiple people working on this operation, if you can even call it that. But I mean, yeah. Who gives a shit about the contents of these videos? You're not subscribed to me for life insurance content. Unless you are. You should probably go if you are. Speaking of subscribing, you should probably do that because we're trying to reach 20 million of them things. So, you know, any help counts. There are still a few more interesting things to note about these old life insurance videos that actually have nothing to do with the information they provide. For example, the description on their video about applying for life insurance in Germany is very peculiar. The other descriptions on these videos have some kind of generic, probably AI-generated blurb about the video topic along with a disclaimer stating that the videos are for educational purposes. However, the Germany description is literally a copy-pasted template for writing a video description. Welcome to your channel name. In today's video, we're diving into main topic or activity of the video. Whether you're briefly mention who the video is for or why it's useful, this video is packed with key content or feature. We'll cover, highlight 2 to 3 key points or segments, offering insights, tips, and any additional benefits viewers will gain. Like, come on guys, what are we doing here? What is this fucking description? Even the hashtags on this video are from the template. We have hits such as hashtag your channel name and hashtag related keywords. Oh yeah, baby, we are bringing in the big bucks with these hashtags. I might have to use them myself, actually. Check the description to see if I did. If I didn't, feel free to yell at me in the comments for ignoring this top-tier YouTube optimization trick. Anyway, jokes aside, I bring all of this shit up not only to show you where this channel started, but to also make it clear that this channel was not any kind of professional operation at all. This is very unprofessional, unrefined content, which makes their transition into this all the more confusing. The final insurance video uploaded to the channel, Car Insurance in Australia, was uploaded on September 3rd, 2024. And after that, the channel went without uploads for 3 whole months. This silence would then be broken by the all-time classic Incredibox Sprunki Sinner Edition, but with new mod, All Reactions. This was uploaded on November 30th, 2024, and I'm sure all 4 people subscribed to the channel for genuine insurance information were very fucking confused seeing this pop up in their sub box. From that point onward, PKR Show became the channel it is now, pumping out fetish video after fetish video after fetish video. The sudden turn to this style of content is so confusing on so many levels, especially considering the lack of care regarding appealing to the YouTube algorithm present in all of their videos before this one. This then opens up a different can of worms. Was this channel always PKR Show? The switch in content is so jarring that maybe it wasn't a switch in content at all, and instead, this channel was actually hacked, gutted from the inside, and turned into this by someone else completely unrelated to the original channel owners. Now, this is all just a theory, because I truly don't have any sort of smoking gun evidence that this channel was 100% hacked, at least not right now. However, I do have evidence that PKR Show wasn't always the name of this channel. In the award-winning video, Life Insurance Process, How to Obtain Life Insurance, the narrator starts the video by mentioning that the name of the channel is Life Insurance with KU. Now, sure, you could argue that they just changed the name of the channel when they switched content types, but this mixed with everything else, and the fact that the channel itself is just run very differently now, down to how the descriptions are written, it definitely opens up the possibility of a hack taking place. I guess the main question from there is, why? It's not like PKR Show adopted an audience of people who would be into this type of content. They probably adopted almost nobody, actually. Maybe there's some logic behind it, like trying to ban evade or something, but even then, I can't even fathom why all these old life insurance videos are still up anyway, hacked or not. It all just seems so weird. But with that aside, that's pretty much everything regarding the early stages of this channel. A lot of weird shit, but somehow, it only gets weirder. Actually, given the main topic on display here, it's not really that unbelievable that things get weirder. Alright, this is what you've probably been waiting for. I know we had so much fun talking about insurance, but this is what you came for. I know the actual videos on this channel look super interesting to talk about right now, but I actually want to start off by bringing up PKR Show's channel description. The actual main meat of the description is just weird. Pretty much just stating what programs are used to make these videos they upload, just in the most awkward way possible. The real interesting thing here is actually hidden in the copyright disclaimer, where it states, "It takes about 6 hours to create these videos so that my viewers can feel the difference between the original video and the video I created." What an odd thing to feature in a channel bio, right? Like, have you ever seen anyone put how long it takes them to make their videos in their bio unless they barely upload or something? The bottom part of the description is also written as if this was a reaction channel, which is even more confusing. It's almost like these are all different parts of different descriptions all Frankenstein together or something. I don't even know, man. The channel banner is also very strange. Like, who is this man? Is this the PKR Show? Is this the guy? He's in none of the videos. He literally just exists in this very unfitting banner. I don't know. I don't think we're solving that mystery, though. I've noticed a lot of these content farm channels love using the community tab for useless polls and shit. And PKR Show is no different. Time for a quiz! Who will you save? Yeah, is neither an option? Can I just go? But yes, enough beating around the bush. The actual videos. I really don't have that much to say about these because, well, what you see here is what you get. But I'll try my best to say a few things. Let's play a little game to start off here. I'm gonna show you the first frame of one of PKR Show's most viewed videos. 22 million views to be exact. Alright, take a good look at it. I want you to guess what is going to happen within the first 30 seconds of this video. Pretend this is one of those stupid YouTube shorts and lock in your answer by hitting the like button. Alright, you got an idea? Let's reveal what actually happens. The pink Sprunki known as Pinky grows boobs, an ass, and then the orange one located right beside her ties her up in bondage rope and starts tugging at her. For kids, by the way, this is targeted at kids. Other great highlights of this video include the yellow one getting the green one pregnant and giving birth, the gray one getting the white one pregnant and giving birth, again, and mind you, both of these situations involve one of the Sprunkies holding a condom? Like, what are we even trying to say here? What is the birth control failure rate in the Sprunky world? There's some other gross-ass stuff in this video and all the other videos, as you may be able to guess, but I mean, you get the picture. We really don't have to talk about this anymore. Every single one of these videos is like this, just with different fetishes thrown in every time. Literally, just look at the thumbnails on this fucking channel. It really says more than I ever could with words. These videos are undoubtedly targeting and being watched by children. There is not a doubt in my mind that that is the case. The amount of views these videos have really says it all. If this was just some niche thing that only adults were watching, which would still be weird given the subject matter, these view counts would not be this high. 22 million adults didn't watch that video. That's for damn sure. Yet, even though this is clearly an issue, YouTube rarely does anything about these channels. I've had to talk about these bad actors multiple times at this point, and I really don't see it slowing down anytime soon. When these videos are bringing in this many views to the platform, why should YouTube even care? It's absolutely wrong, but that's just the truth of the matter, unfortunately. But okay, maybe you're really stubborn and think that my arguments are weak for whatever reason. Let's say you genuinely believe that this is for adults, and adults are the main demographic watching this content. Would you then care to explain why PKR Show is advertising a fucking Roblox game?
Everyone has been asking for a link to the Sprunki game, so I finally released it in Roblox. Right now, follow the link in the description and play.
All over their channel, in the description of many videos and the community tab, PKR Show advertises a Roblox game called Escape the Sprunki Obby. Now, I think this is supposed to be framed as PKR's Roblox game, as in they made it, but I really do not think that is the case. Not only are they not mentioned anywhere in the description of the game, but the actual Roblox dev team that created the game, Dadline Studios, is very clearly not PKR, given that the YouTube channel attached to the Roblox page is actually a completely different content farm channel with over 1 million subscribers. I think it is very likely, but not confirmed, that the people who made this game just paid PKR to shill the game and pretend like it was their own Roblox game to get more players on it. Thankfully, this shit did not work at all. When I played the game for myself, it had 0 other players online. It was just me. Doesn't seem like a one-time thing either. This game seems pretty consistently dead. Regardless if PKR did help make this game, or if they were just paid to promote it, the main point here stands. PKR Show is very clearly aimed at children, and the promotion of a Roblox game really just cements that. And like, don't get me wrong, it's the big 25. Roblox is definitely not just for kids these days. I think most people have realized that, given the amount of really awesome games on there. However, this very specific kind of game being shilled here is a perfect example of what a Roblox game for younger kids looks like. I mean, just look at it. The actual game itself is super generic and boring, if you are wondering. Don't even play this ironically, it's not even worth it. Anyway, believe it or not, there's even more shit to go over here. So let's move past the Roblox games and the wholesome family-friendly content we were talking about earlier and move forward. Something I purposefully didn't mention when I was talking about PKR Show's channel is the other channel he has linked to it. Just under his username is a piece of the description saying, "Watch my new videos," with a link to a different channel called Little Lion Meow. Now, PKR Show has actually been inactive for about a month as of the time I'm writing this video. However, this other channel is still uploading videos on a somewhat consistent basis. Their About section reads, "I'm a little lion cub who is about to become the king of YouTube. But for now, he's making reactions to cool videos. Subscribe and little lion cub will become the Lion King." Okay, sure, man. Unlike PKR Show, this channel actually isn't lying about making reaction videos, as they have multiple videos on their channel where a really scary looking doughy model reacts to random bullshit, and these videos are priceless.
Hello friends, let's watch a video about Poppy Platine. Oh my god, he had thongs. How awkward he was. It has become very cool and strong, so it is yellow.
Oh my god.
There's also a few Sprunki videos on here, but none of them are like the ones on the main channel, so I really don't have anything to say about them. What I'm actually interested in bringing up here is this actually PKR Show's alt? The content here is completely different, but the way this channel is structured is pretty much the exact same. The same Roblox game is being advertised in the description of the Sprunki videos, and the doughy reaction videos even have the stupid thing where it mentions how long it takes to make the videos, just like over on PKR Show. The even weirder thing about all this is that there's a good chance that this channel was also hacked and turned into this, because just like on PKR Show, all of the old videos here are still public. Instead of life insurance stuff, it's these weird EDM songs with AI-generated images of women for the thumbnails. If this channel is actually owned by the same people who own PKR Show, this definitely adds a lot of credibility to the theory that they just hacked an existing channel. Because I really doubt the same people who are making those life insurance videos were making this shit at the same time. Maybe this is an even bigger operation, hacking random channels and turning them into content farms for children. But who really knows? Little Lion Meow is nowhere near as successful as the main channel though, so thankfully there's that. We don't need two of these powerhouses running around owned by the same people. Although, this makes me wonder why PKR Show has been inactive for so long while this other channel is still getting videos. Very odd. Anyway, we're pretty much done here, but there's one final thing we need to talk about before we wrap this up for good. The Patreon. Because this shit just had to get worse, PKR Show has links to an 18+ Patreon in the description of some of their videos. First of all, before we get into the actual contents of the Patreon page, fuck you. No, seriously, fuck you. You can't just put 18+ in the description of this shit when you're advertising it on videos that are mainly being watched by children. I know this is just to cover your ass, but you're not slick. It's so insanely easy to see what's going on here. Fuck you. Anyway, somehow, this isn't the first one of these content farm channels to have an NSFW Patreon. If you remember, I actually talked about one of them in the Digital Circus video from 2023. The fact that this is somehow an actual strategy that multiple of these channels have just used is sick. The silver lining on all of this though is that barely anybody is subscribed to this Patreon. But in the grand scheme of things, that actually doesn't really matter. 0 people could be subscribed to this, and the fact that PKR Show is still advertising it on the videos he's advertising it on is wrong. As for the actual content on display here, I don't know. I'm not giving this fucker money. Not even for a video. Just by going off of the descriptions of the locked posts though, I'm sure I'm not missing out on much. Like yeah, I can guess what sex in the locker room consists of. Wait a minute. This Patreon post was made in November of 2023? Before Sprunki came out? What the fuck? That's right, a quick scroll down the locked Patreon post will reveal that this whole thing goes even deeper than I thought originally. There are a ton of posts from 2023 all about Skibbity Toilet, meaning that there are definitely other channels out there being run by these people. I also personally think that this is the silver bullet regarding the whole hacking theory, because I refuse to believe that the same people who were making Skibbity Toilet porn a year ago went on to make multiple videos about life insurance and EDM music. It just makes no sense unless you consider the hacking theory. But I guess we'll never truly know. You know, for legal reasons. That's my life insurance, alright? I gotta cover my ass. Anyway, we're done here. Let's wrap this up. I really don't think YouTube is going to take channels like PKR Show as a serious threat anytime soon, but it's still important to raise awareness about shit like this. I highly doubt I have many current parents watching me, but for them and any future parents in the audience, please, for the love of God, keep an eye on what your kid is watching. PKR Show is just one example of many channels just like them, Sprunki related or not. Every time something gets popular with a younger audience, it unfortunately just has a really good chance of being turned into a pipeline for fetish content. But hopefully, one day, we'll get stricter rules about stuff like this. Anyway, I think this is a good place to end things. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay safe. I've been Yeah, and I'll see you all next time.